Yosh, okay. Good morning. The early sounds of peaceful rain in Minecraft. Good morning. The early sounds of peaceful rain in Minecraft. So today, this is one project we're working on. This is a secret. We're doing hours because this has taken a lot of time. But you can kind of see what we're here. 大体このプロジェクトはこんな感じですね。あと枝を加えるだけですね。はい。大体こんな感じ。こんなところ。こういうワールドトリーみたいな感じ。Like a world tree or something. You can draft something in the ocean or something. Speaking of, it'd be fun to fire up the old Valheim server again. Get back into that, especially after they had, I guess, they had a patch a while back that did a lot of building stuff, which people I played with were not really super interested in. I, however, was really interested in that kind of stuff. I get back into it. This is. Oops. Oh, hit the old mute button. Wow, this is really growing up over here. How many golems we got? Dang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Walk away. Walk away. Potatoes. Yeah, that is definitely working. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Whoosh. Hey, hold on, sorry. Mecha kushami deshita. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze real loud. Glad. Let's all be thankful for the mute functionality. This looks like Creator's Trading House here. I think we're gonna leave her to that. Today, what I would actually like to do is steak over here. I need some more food today. Oh, hello. More food, but did we get all the wait? Oh, a brick. I know it's around here somewhere. Is it? Okay, there's all my brick. I want somewhere near the shrine. I want to install a history museum or something like it. For this server and all of our old servers. I guess I say all, but there's been like 2. ですね。猫がいっぱい。なんでこんなに猫おんの？え？ Why are there so many cats out here? Really, why are there so many cats? What? What? There's not like a village or anything. I mean, I guess there's this, but it's not. You can make this many, right? A lot of cats. Oh. Let's get rid of it for a sec. So, started from nothing. I just don't know how. Maybe we build it on the far side. Over there with a big lake in front of it. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe wait for morning though. It's a little busy. So we can just borrow one of these. Over this way. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. sleep. Let's just sleep this off. And we'll get to work. We'll really start from zero here. And I guess we'll just start working, cleaning up the other side. I don't want to clean it up too much because I do want that like forest look. But I think having something on the other side would be really fun. I believe you shot me while I was drinking coffee. Cats do not get in the lava. Okay. Probably where I was being bullied by potatoes with berries again. Cats. Why are there so many cats? Okay, let's have a look around over here. See what we're working with. Yeah. Plenty of land. Okay. False alarm. Might be easier to burn it down. No. Last time we burned down a big swath of the forest to make the spawn area easier to work in, and it was not a super fun process. I mean, it was like kind of fast up to a point, but then we had to go around and clean up like all the floating bits of log and stuff that the leaves are stuck to, and that was a real pain is what that was. これ全部森だったんですけど、結局、あれ、ライター茶かうち何やったっけそれ。とにかく、火をつけて、こうやって綺麗にしたんやけど、結局、なんか残るやん。いろんなところにログが、ミッキーがね、そのミッキーブロックがね、いろんなところに残って、結局、それをきれいにするしかないから、手作業が逆に増えた気がする。ビョンビョンビョンビョン。あ、こんじゃこ、おはよう。あ、クレイちゃん来た。朝からありがとうございます。さ、入る感じ？入る感じかな？おう、入ろうかな。入ってきて。まあ、初見の人がおれば、他の VTuber さん一人と、まあ、ネットともと一緒にこのマインクラのサーバーをしてますので、so I play on here with another VTuber and a couple of other friends who don't stream or do stuff like that, so they stay anonymous. But there's maybe a handful of us that play on this server. We spun it up, or I guess the master spun it up for 1.18, the Cliffs and Caves update. Now, we were waiting for it for a real long time, that Cliffs and Caves update. They said it would be ready in a few months, and it was a real baker's dozen style of a few months. I guess when you're the best selling, you gotta protect the title by not putting out, rushed update or something. Minecraft really is something else. How ubiquitous it is. Like young and old and everybody in between. Played this game. Funny to think that like someone showed me the alpha like way back in the day. I was like, oh, look at this, you can build a roller coaster, and everyone's just kind of like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. It shows how much vision we had back then. It's like, yeah, that's whatever, man. And now it's just like a phenomenon. It's like a cultural touchstone, just like I guess like Pokemon or whatever. Pokemon's still going strong, right? But you know how it was back then. Back in the day, Pokemon and the Pokemon cards, and this and that. I was one of those folks. So age myself real quick. ね、前からなんかすごいよね。もう文化やん。あんまりにも人が多くやってるので、ポケモンみたいな話。この世代の人たちも全員やってるよ。やらなくても知ってる。全くゲームやらない人がピカチュウとかはわかる。あんな、ビーバーとか、あるよね。上。何上。なんつうの買おうかな。あ、くれるや。なんでそんなことすんの？なんでそんなことすんの？この間のフォールガイズがそんな悔しいんか？悔しいです。いい感じかな。Playing on a server, it comes with its upsides and its downsides. Bring you stuff, they can help out, and do events and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Sometimes they just walk up and shoot you with a bow for some reason. You win some, you lose some. Pardon me, cow. I'm trying to do stuff, please. Amano Jako 配信になってしまったんだけど。エチ。エチ。こんな感じの配信になったかな。この辺のキーを全部聞いて、なんかまあ平らにしてから始まるかな。Oh, I should get that one higher. そう、なんか、歴史館、誰の動画やったっけ？ The Shulkercraft guys. It's like a couple of I think they're Northern European, folks who do Minecraft videos. I remember like catching their channel back when they were like 5K subs, like kind of a, that's pretty good. I can't talk anything bad about those numbers, but it's not where they're not at now. I remember they're doing stuff like that, and I just really liked their stuff because it was real like to the point. They just put some like music in the background. Everything was written on the screen. No one was like yelling at you or whatever. You know how some of those videos are. Tutorials and building fancy stuff like that. I don't know why I'm gathering all this. I should put the rest of this in the chest. Sorry about that. The rest of this in the chest so I can pick all this stuff up. See what Creator's doing. Yahoo! 何してんの？のぞき。かわいいね。って言った。どうも、相手。なんで叩くの？なんそれ。 って感じ。何が？これ完成じゃないよね。何ができた？ああ。あ、二人目ができたか。二人目。That's a lesson for all you Japanese learners. Look at that. The old, what's a bucket? The ha-hi hu he ho. The hu sound. It's like, you know, it's often romanized as an F, but you can type it with the H because it's in the hagyo. It's not like there's no F gyo. There's no fa gyo. So if you type on a keyboard, you can type with H like that. Or I think maybe Kunde Shiki romanizes it like that. Or Kunde Shiki is like Taiko stuff if you're trying to read it from an English perspective. So do not use. I mean, yeah, it has its purpose, but it is not for like romanization per se. Like it's not like Hepburn. Hepburn is like clearly meant for an English reader to read like a romanized Japanese text. It's Hepburn for bust, but Kunishiki is sort of here. It's like the keyboard and stuff. Nero, いたずらはもういいんだ。もういいんだ。まあないだろ。Alright, let's get back to chopping. Yeah, whose fault is that? 悪くないからもう作業進みます。Oh, she's shooting. Got out the heater. She's not letting this one go. Just gotta have the bed back. After breaking it when I was trying to sleep. Doing nothing wrong. Getting hit with arrows. You see I'm busy? I am so busy right now. I do not have time for this. I gotta make stuff pretty looking. You're in the way. Gonna cut that one down too anyway. I gotta place all these blocks, get these floating logs, because someone's gotta get an attitude for the morning. Creator's not really a morning person, she's grumpy in the morning. I always make these one taller than you can actually clear by just doing the stump trick, right? Every time, like clockwork. We're certainly not gonna be hurting for spruce. And like the story of this server so far is that we just have tons and tons of spruce wood. Yeah, the new biomes, I feel like they're a lot larger. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's like I feel like that is the case, but I do not actually. Did I leave one over here? I did. That's really tall. 2 up there. Moisho. I thought that pig was walking through the trees. Walking through the leaves. Now he's honking at me. My king. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I was talking about the Shulkercraft videos. Yeah, so you use them a lot for the like technical stuff, like iron farms and trading houses and all that kind of stuff, right? Gotta rely on the people with the big Minecraft and knowledge to see you through some of those projects. So, we're looking at their videos back in the day when it was like a much smaller channel. It's weird to see them like blow up kind of out of nowhere. They had a video that was like, well, they had 2 videos. They had one that was like, we collected every animal in Minecraft and like put it in a big old zoo, big containment center. Like, what was that movie? Cabin in the Woods. They had like cubes with all the spooky stuff in them. No, that's a pretty deep cut. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about, or the SCP. Like you contain all the weird creatures that show up in Minecraft, right? They had another video where they were like, we collected one of every block in Minecraft and put it in like a giant museum. And I was like, that is like a fun idea. Definitely not collecting every block in Minecraft because that's like wild and much more involved project. But doing it as a like a record of all the stuff that you get up to on the server, I thought would be a fun idea. And since we've already done a couple things on this server, and there's been a lot of stuff done on the old servers, it'd be a fun idea to smush all that together into something like a history museum, which, you know, those 2 words I know don't sound very exciting to most people, but like a record of all the stuff that the members of the server have done together, whether that be like a big construction project or actual events, like when the Halloween stuff, that's on, I think, on my channel too. I think that may just be on Creator's channel. That's on, for instance, like that's on the old server before we switched over to the 1.18 server. And so things like that, or just simply the like Minecraft achievements in and of themselves, like the first diamond, the first nether, killing the big dragon man, and like all that stuff, right? Lady, I guess. Is the egg the dragon, or is the egg belong to the dragon? We don't. How do dragons work? さっきから言ってるのは、そのショルカークラフトっていう YouTube チャンネルで、いろんなマインクラのコンテンツをアップしてる、なんか、ヨーロッパの2人ヨーロッパ多分、2人ぐらい、出てくる、人物は2人ぐらいやないけど、自動的ファームとか、たまに、やってみた系の企画とかもやってくれるんやけど、その人たちの動画で、マインクラのすべての動物、すべてのクリーチャーを集まって、なんか動物園みたいな感じとか、ブロック全部揃えて、なんか博物館とかに入れたような動画を見て、これは楽しそうやなと思って、なんかサーバーの歴史館作ろうと。で、今、定位置してるんだけど。 One second. Okay. Sorry about that. Grabbed a little water to go with the coffee. I think I was drying out my throat. で、まあ博物館、歴史館ですね。サーバーのね。このサーバーこのサーバーだけではなく、前のサーバー、そのハロウィン動画とかのあるサーバーとか、さらにその前のサーバーとかの出来事を、なんかすべてちょっと記録して、博物館にやったら楽しいかな。ずっと同じ、まあ、5人ぐらいかなでやってるので、みんなの、なんか、ネット友歴史が残ってるのは楽しいかな。いいと思う。でしょでしょでしょ今は正一なのでちょっとあれの作業になってんだけど、まあまあ、これもマインクライよ。Yeah, I think we divide it into maybe 3 wings. We have the ancient history, which will be the other servers. We'll have events, like stuff that the players have done together, and then we can have like achievements where it talks more about like the progression on the server, like getting diamonds or going to the nether or whatever, right? Stuff that the game would track. Anyway, that would be kind of fun to show how fast or how slow, really, the server is progressing. Let's catch some Z's. Yeah.寝ないの？寝ないの？前回それやったらちょっと大変やったやろ。Yes. Okay, back to it. Let's get back to stage. So with that in mind, I got a bunch of brick and some quartz. Make something that looks kind of fancy, like them old world college buildings. You know what I mean? ちょっと like 横にでかいザできます。あ、大学ビルみたいな。No. Yeah, we still got a lot of trees to get through. Maybe the tree cutting stream is what I'm afraid is the case. Although, you know, we cleared out a pretty good swath right here. Okay, let's just dig the dirt. Strike the earth real quick. And for diamond shovels, this just have no... It has efficiency too, it's slow? Oh, crazy. I wonder if we even have an efficiency 5 librarian on the server. Not sure we fished one up yet. People would be upset with us about that. マインクラ本気勢 not be pleased about the lack of efficiency 5 going on right now. We got the rhythm going though. Here on 2. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. Hey. Honestly, waking up like this is weird. We're gonna enter the weird space now. Waking up early like this, I'm like slamming down some simple breakfast. The coffee is a more recent addiction, but for some reason we had like toast this morning, like buttered toast, and I couldn't help but thinking about the maybe a deep cut. You know Ed, Edd and Eddy? I don't know how many people have even remember that show. I don't even know if that show's still on. But like, I mean, obviously I don't think they make new episodes, but they even like show reruns of it. Ed, right? The normal Ed with 1D. They do like the buttered toast. Just kidding. That show would come on like before school, like every day. So every morning I'd be like pounding down something horrible, like, you know, Pop-Tarts or cereal or something atrocious for you, right? And watching Ed, Edd and Eddy before I was like having to hop on the bus, crack it on in the morning because, you know, you gotta go to schools. You know, God, like you had to be there at like 8 or 7 something, right? And so you're getting up at like 6 or so to get ready, get on the bus, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But anyway. So, anyways, Ed, Edd and Eddy in the mornings for a long time. This show is kind of wild, honestly. Like, the animation style and like the weird music and all that kind of stuff. It's funny when people like discovered it again in like a weird way. Like people started using it as like the sound effects and like their video editing online. You started to hear they would use like the hit sounds. I mean, I'm guilty of it too, but that's just, I mean, I also just really think that but it's weird for it to come back in that like form. I don't know how else to put it. Like that the weird sound effects and stuff that would play during the show when stuff would happen, like the weird music, and it was just bizarre. It was like some kind of bizarro. I mean, it coming back at all was bizarre in terms of like the YouTube or people using it as like video editing fodder. But you know, back to the show itself, it was like some weird bizarro like millennial Charlie Brown or something. Like the weird jazz music that played, and it was just like it's strange. Very much like reflecting, I guess, a much more like XYZ you know, lifestyle, right? Like the suburbs as this like cul-de-sac, right? That's like Ed, Edd and Eddy, as opposed to like Charlie Brown's weird, you know, rose-tinted version of like 50s, 60s or whatever. That's one thing I don't super get. 誰か説明してくれると助かるんやけど、こっちでなんかチャーリー・ブラウンの不思議の人気、スヌーピーが可愛いんだけ？スヌーピーが可愛いからなんかいろんなところも100均行ってもスヌーピーやん。なんかブランド物もスヌーピー。いろんなところにスヌーピー。てかスヌーピーだけだよね。 別にチャーリーとルーシーとかあの辺は全然切り捨てっていうか全然あいつら全然見ひんけど、スヌーピーはめっちゃ見るわ。こっち。何やったっけ、この間なんかケンタッキーとかがスヌーピーとのコラボをやってる。日本のケンタもなかなか不思議な存在であるけど、スヌーピーとかの人気さはなんなんこっちで。I don't know. Snoopy in particular is like real popular over here, and I don't really have like a good like, oh, this is why kind of explanation for it. So kind of befuddles me. It's like even like major fast food chains like to this day are like doing collaborations with Snoopy and all that stuff. It's always Snoopy. That's what I was saying. It's like it's not Charlie Brown in the same sense that it's like the entire show. It's not. I don't think the show is like popular. I think it's just like the character Snoopy is very popular. Which is fine. All fine and good. Kind of like that thing on Twitch, right? The ayaya thing. Where it's like most people, I'm not even sure I know. Like I think I've seen the clip, but I don't know the. I couldn't tell you what show the ayaya gag is from. Where just people like find this one thing like, super funny or interesting or whatever, just like hone in on it, right? And it's not like the same level, but like you get what I'm saying. Where I know, and a lot of people like when streaming kind of kicked off over here on Twitch and YouTube, right? Like, because Japan's always had its own like streaming sites, both not just like live streaming, but also like their own like YouTube and all that kind of stuff, right? Until very recently, or relatively recently, I should say. YouTube has like taken over the market share, and the older site has kind of become a little more niche. Let's call it that. But when people started to come over to Twitch, and Twitch has its own, culture. Let's say it like that. Twitch has its own culture. And so they have like all this crazy like ayaya stuff flying around everywhere. Of course, when people from over here are looking at that, they're like, what the hell are these foreign folks so excited about this show about? Like, the show was okay. It's like, whatever. There's another slice of life, high school, middle school, people going wakya, like it's it's one of those shows. They're like a dime a dozen. I mean, some of them are good, but it's just like not nothing to get that excited about. Of course, Twitch is like anytime anyone would say anything related to anime or Japan or whatever, ayaya just fills the chat. That face, right? So that was a weird. I guess people don't really do it so much anymore. You don't see it as often. I guess now it's a bunch of like big name VTuber stickers and stuff. A lot of stuff added through Better Twitch TV, and some from their own channels. Like I know the such. I don't want to put names in my mouth of other folks. So the so and so emote on Twitch is like really popular, right? Like people definitely are like signing up to get that emote because it's so like funny and they like using it elsewhere. Oops. server. It's like, how long did I do that? No, I may have been muted for a while. My bad. Anyway, I was just talking about games. I'd like to do a Gorilla stream maybe this weekend. Description may not be bad. I've been toying with the idea of doing Foxhole. I don't know how far into that story I got muted, but Foxhole's kind of a pain because of the how important knowing where stuff is on the map. It's a big permanent like MMO style thing, and people like can and will use the information that they gather from streams against that team when people are not careful. So I don't want to be responsible for any of that kind of silliness. Even though I think it would be kind of funny. Maybe the problem is like you either go in the front and you do something that's like actually kind of fun to watch, whether that be like fighting or whatever, right? But then the positional information that people could gain from your stream is like very relevant. Then like you are at risk of being stream sniped like very heavily. It's like a small community. Your like stream is not going to go unnoticed. It's not like Minecraft or whatever on Twitch or on YouTube where there's just like, you know, thousands if not tens of thousands of people streaming it all the time. Like your stream is going to get noticed because it's such a small game. And people will try and use it against you. So it's like, it's just a little risky. It's more risk than the reward is worth. Because otherwise, as if you want to do something safe, it's a lot harder for people to, say, take advantage of the information you're giving them and use it against you. Then that's like logistics. So you watch someone, well, you can watch someone do this. Hit scrap piles. ずっと言ってるのはね、やりた配信で何をするかっていう話なんですけど、なんでしょう、インスクリプションとかもいいし、またマインクラとかあの辺やってもいいし、最近ハマってるゲームもあるんですけど、ちょっとネットゲームやから配信するとちょっと迷惑になるかもしれないので、多分やらない。多分やらない。おそらく Twitch ではやる。っていう話でした。土掘りの We're getting there though. I think we've got this hill to get out of here and then we will good to go. I think to start laying some bricks. Brown brick. Get started on the museum. Yeah, not bad. Just look this cow right in the eye as they eat the steak. I heard something weird right there. What was that? Hey, it's a bee. No bees showed up in Taiga. I'm getting there. At this point, you know, I was watching something the other night. I guess there was the CR Cup a couple nights ago. Was that last night or the night before? Night before, I think. CR Cup, Apex. I don't know if you guys, how much overlap there is between the Minecraft crowd and the Apex crowd. Well, I guess I'm it's me. I'm the overlap. The CR Cup, for those of you who don't know, in CR Cup はやや有名だと思うんやけど、日本のちょっとこの界隈ではVTuber のまあエペックス大会ですね。短く言うと。So I don't know how much the CR Cup has like gained traction or viewers overseas, but it is basically like a pro / semi-pro and like content creator tournament that I think someone along those lines, like a kind of a streamer, so not like someone who's obviously like playing on the level of professionals, but is not like on a team and going to like AGLS and all that kind of stuff, right? Started it up over here, and it has been like a gigantic success because I think it just creates like a really good atmosphere, like the kind of stuff that you don't really see back in I would say like Europe or North America, where you have pros and content creators who are like very high level, so you get creds, right? People like that, and you stack them with basically like good, like, you know, semi-pro, like very good, also master pred or diamond content creators, and like just normal streamers or VTubers or whatever, right? You smush them all together, and so you kind of have like a coaching kind of learning experience for a lot of people that you otherwise wouldn't really have the opportunity to get. I think it really leads to some fun, like, kind of experiences. Like the CR Cups are actually like a lot of fun to watch because they have the whole like dynamic of like a pro player trying to wrangle his two VTubers or whatever to victory, his or her, I should say. Then you have, you know, on the opposite end, you have the whole like story, the whole narrative of like people who want to like get better, like actually getting better and like pulling down like wins and stuff. Like there's a lot of examples of it, but you know I don't want to talk about folks, you know, put names in my mouth on stream or whatever. But like if you look into it, you'll see like there's a lot of, you know, very big VTubers involved, as well as like streamers and pros and semi-pros or whatever you want to call that, like, you know, content creator who's like in pred, is always like top rank pred, but isn't like playing AGLS or whatever, like is not like going to land, whatever you want to call that. But it's like an interesting dynamic because you don't really see anything similar, or at least insofar as I know, and that could just be a lack of knowledge on my part, overseas, where it creates this environment where like these content creators can learn under the auspices of pro players. It helps the pro players, it helps the content creators, it creates good content in the form of the tournament because it's like, it's fun and exciting and wacky stuff happens because it's like, you know, it's not as by the book clinical as like pro play can be sometimes, where it's like very careful, very cautious, and it just takes like a slip up or you know, a very crazy play to like make something like actually happen. And because everyone's learning, there's this whole like segment of the tournament itself that is in the process of like understanding professional or like extremely high level play. Everyone's kind of in it. There's a lot more explanation about like what's going on because they're having to explain it to one another, right? Oh, さよならくれる。また聞いてくれるかな？仕事の準備かな？この時間は。あ、いってらっしゃい。無理せずに頑張ってね。いてくれてありがとう。両方にね。Yeah, coming back from the Apex talk, I'll get back to that, but は聖地配信になりましたね。新しいプロジェクトのキーコ。まあ、ある意味キーコやな。キーコできる前には、これですね。リアルでも。近所のどっかが作れて、まずは聖地をやってから、兄さんたちが家とかを作るよね。普通。But like I was saying about Apex and the CR Cup, I think it's because it puts everybody on kind of an equal footing because you've got these teams. I think when they first tried it out, there were some problems because it was like anyone could join and the teams were still the teams, if that makes any sense. Like the pro players were still playing with their professional teammates, and so there's just pro players like stunting on a bunch of content creators, which I mean, okay, fine. Like they're obviously good enough to do so, but that's not very like compelling content. For like a big stream, because if you got to get 60 people together in a room or in a lobby to make a big tournament, everyone's got to have a pretty good time. Otherwise, you're gonna have a hard time getting 60 people again. Get stomped. It's like it's hard to say, hey, you want to come back to our tournament? Get stomped again? It's like no. So they started mixing it up, and they put the pros on the little learning teams with the VTubers and the content creators. And I think it has just been hugely successful. I mean, whenever it's on, Twitter's going nuts about it. It's trending. Like, it's just crazy to see Apex get all this traction relatively late into its life. And you know, I think for a while, I mean, Apex is still very big, but it's like there was a little while there where it wasn't top dog, right? When it was still kind of like in the shadow of like PUBG and Fortnite, and every once in a while, I guess. Call of Duty, the Warzone, I guess is the battle royale they put out. Anyway, the CR Cup's great, I think, because of the explaining high level play is like so difficult, I think, to get it in the abstract, and like watching it is honestly kind of miserable, straight up, just because it's hard to explain stuff in the moment. And because most of the casters are also just pro players, they are not very like, they already know what's up, right? And so it's like, yeah, you could watch it and learn it and like push your way through it, but like that's not what I think you should be aiming for. This like very like insular kind of like broadcast, especially when it's like your big tournaments and things like that, right? Like you really want to. That's got to be what ropes people in to be like, oh man, this game looks crazy. I'm gonna try this out myself. I think the CR Cup, where you have this professional player or like semi-pro or whatever you want to call him, very good player, teaching people, you know, he's like teaching the audience at the same time, so the audience can kind of get in there and understand and learn along with the two content creators who are playing under the auspices of this professional player or whatever they might be, right? And so it's just been a real treat to keep up with. I'll step away. Ma, ずっと CR カップの絵の愛の話に続けたんやけど、なんか海外版はないはず私の知ってる限りではね、ああいうなんかプロの人となんかまあ VTuber か配信者とかのあの辺のコンテンツのクリエイターさんと一緒にやるような大会ないからすごくいいと私は思いますが、なんでしょう、そのプロの人とめっちゃ上手の一人があと二人にいろいろ教えてるときは、まあ調査にもいろいろ教えてしまうから、なんかよりよくなんやろ分かるようになりますよね。その大会とか試合で何が起こってるかはクリアにするようにできますよね。の話でした。 I think we're gonna wrap it up too once I get done flattening this ground. I'll flatten it, get some coal, put it torches on, and we'll get it all set up. Next time, next time we'll do the building. Maybe I'll draw up some plans. We'll get it all figured out, but I think time-wise, it looks like we may be just doing some little sage today. That'll be the vocab word for today for the English side of the audience. Sage, like to, you know, prepare, lay the foundations, right? Like to prepare the ground. I don't know if you'd call it groundbreaking or what exactly. Now I don't know the English word for that. If there is an English word for like when you're about to start construction, you're like preparing the ground to be built upon. I don't know if you call that laying the foundations, because it's like what you do before you lay the foundation, right? It's get the dirt ready or whatever. Make sure the soil's right. It's not all sand or something like that. Fixing it. Fix やりたいんだよ、やりたいんやけどね、配信で。だけど、なんか、PC がね。パソコンは、ついてこないと思う。It's just a little too much for the old computer these days to run stream and Apex and everything else all at the same time. It's just like a little too taxing for the poor guy. So it gets a little grumpy when you try to do all that at once, which is fine. I feel like Apex is like an easy game to play on stream because it's just so wild and wacky and stuff just happens, and it kind of doesn't matter if you're good or bad or whatever. Like obviously if you're good, that's a lot of fun to watch too, but if you're bad, it's fun to watch too. It's kind of win-win. It's free, so you can collab with people. It's like perfect, right? Apex やりたいけど、パソコンがちょっとね、多少のカクカクでもいいなら、なんかやっていきたいと思うし、なんか無料やし、コラボしやすいし、なんやろ。すごく上手やと、見てて面白いし、下手でも見てて面白いよね。なんか得する話ばっかりですよね、今のエクチは。ああ、スキリー。スキリー。おお。いいね。Look at that. Okay, that is definitely like enough space for now. So we'll just get started with some of this. Quick. I'm sure there's someone real serious. Miney crafter. It's like, you are not spacing those out appropriately. They have to be at least 6 tiles. Ooh. But we're just gonna ignore that and just place a bunch and hope for the best. Apologies, Urkel crafter gamer. I wonder what Kureru's cooking. What's all this? Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have used all of that. Oh, she's using the lava. She's fancy. Ooh, she's fancy. Using lava to burn all that stuff. Pyong, 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 pyong. この間のスカイリムも楽しかったよね。スカイリムティームプラス。あの2人ずっとあのモードの改善やってるから、なんかぜひ将来的にももう一回やりたいな。 The Skyrim 10th anniversary mod. I guess that's the name of the creators. I guess I don't mind saying that. Ghost Commander Kraken. Those are putting that together and keeping that updated. Just looking to make it better all the time. Even in I did it like 1 week and then did it in the following week, and there was like already an update that was fixing some stuff. I think it fixed one of the bugs with it too, which was really nice. Definitely wouldn't mind doing that again. So, Skyrim 2, if you try to put a bunch of mods in it, was also it was getting a little grumpy on stream, but the second time it worked out a lot better, I think, because we took out a lot of the visual mods that I had going and tried to make it a little easier for the old computer to run. Okay, that probably is enough space. If not, we can just kind of go in any direction from here, I think. We're far enough behind the shrine that we can go that way and back to the other directions. I think that'll be a goal, is to have it facing this direction, so facing this way. So this side can be very decorated, but I think we'll make the ends in such a way that, like, if I need more space in the future, I can just like expand it out, add another room or something like that, and that way, kind of no matter what happens, we can just expand it further and further in any 3 of these directions and kind of separate 3 wings for different kinds of stuff. So I think this will work out nicely. Zombie over there, that's cool. Coming to hang out. Man, this aggro range is really long. Okay. So we got a little bit of extra time. Let's go back and reload on food and get the old diamond shovel spiced up again for things out of health. I wonder if she brought the iron over here. Yeah, there's a little iron. Look at that. Kureru knows what's up. Ooh, I'm just gonna have to buy a bunch of crap from him. That's not good. Efficiency 1, huh? That's not really what I'm looking for. That 2, fortune 1, unbreaking 2. That's pretty good. Huh. Like better than what I'm holding? Almost identical, except for instead of fortune, I'm mending. Mindy! Okay. So let's go back to the hub, grab some grub, and disappeared into the chat box. Okay. Get back to. Hey, hold on. We need to make minecart because I threw mine at Kureru because she was being mean and shooting me with an arrow. It's like this. That's the dodges. That's the dodges. There's a bee. That is an impressive operation she built there. Need to do something about this though. This is sad looking. I don't know what's the plan here. Oh. She left a cart. Okay. Let's head on back over here. We'll get everything patched up. Ready for next time. So I think tomorrow, just we're winding down for today. I think tomorrow we've got roguelike roulette, so we'll bring back the wheel. Need to fix it up a little bit. That will probably be on Twitch. Roguelike roulette will probably be on Twitch.television. Tomorrow morning. Like to mix it up. That didn't get quite the boost I wanted off of that, but okay. So yeah, come by on and check out the what's going on Twitch. Twitch is just as fun and just as fine as YouTube here. But when we're doing variety stuff, I feel like I like Twitch a little bit better for it. So I think it has slightly better integration with a lot of the Streamlab tools. I don't think it matters a whole heck of a lot. A little bit more variety. Okay, let's see. These, this. That, and then we need to go get some XP. Here we go. I need to bring some of that iron back. Oh wait, did she already trade with all these? These are not the right kind of guy. I don't have any. I don't have any iron. Go and trade with these guys with the glass thing. One of you. Glass. I don't right click anywhere near that side, so I'm gonna close it back over here. Alright, and the shovel is looking much better. And even got some more quartz. Okay. Let me get away from these villagers, because that drives me crazy. That sound sound they make. Nether portal's not much better, but okay, maybe we just go. We'll just go up to the village. Sign off. Get away from this nether portal. Which is crazy. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, big old mountain. Here. Okay, so thanks for hanging out this morning. Mostly turned into a groundbreaking stream for the history place, or history museum. 朝から聞いてくれてありがとうございます。だいたい正一の配信になりましたが、まあ、次回から博物館の建築に挑むと思ってますので、おっとっと、邪魔すんな。ほんで、YouTube、Twitch、Twitter でのフォローなどはよろしくお願いします。Come check out the YouTube, the Twitch, the Twitter, all that fun stuff. Links are all down in the doobly-doo. But at any rate, one more time. Thanks again for coming out in the mornings here. It's the mornings here in JST. It's goodness, what time is it over there in Europe? Anyway, it's the morning over here in JST. But thanks for coming by. もう一回聞いてくれてありがとうございます。おつじゃくでした。バイバーイ。